All right, welcome back to the Cricket Today podcast. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy. I'm here with RCB's number one fan. He's been crying his lungs out. He's been very sad all week. How you going, Leo Mullaly?
Never heard of someone crying their lungs out.
That does not make any screaming their lungs out. You've been screaming your lungs out. That's what I meant to say.
Crying their eyes out.
Crying their eyes out.
But yeah, I'm incredibly sad, Stats Guy. The mood here in this half of the table for since the IPL season has started has been as miserable as when North play for you guys in the AFL.
Yeah, if you want to compare to AFL, North and RCB are on the same trajectory. You got even Kohli didn't even make any runs, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Yeah, that'll fire you up. He's very fired up. I'm very happy being a Sunrisers fan. We're absolutely flying. I think we're up to second or third now on the table, which is awesome because at the start of the season,
no one cares about Sunrisers.
Oh, everyone cares about Sunrise, mate. We're absolutely flying. Before we start, make sure you get around this podcast on all the socials and on wherever you get these podcasts. YouTube as well. Give us a subscribe. We're up to 500 subscribers, I think now. We're trying to tick up above that.
We know that people watching aren't subscribed.
Yes, so get around it. Get around it. We've also, while you're on YouTube or anything, give us a comment of what Leo's forfeit should be. So yes. RCB lost to Kolkata. We usually have Marcus on this show. So they've lost again. Leo had to do a forfeit pretty much every week at the moment. So because RCB's losing.
Pretty much every week.
So maybe let us know in the comments what Leo should do on our next show.
Go easy on me, please.
Don't go easy on him. We've had some good forfeits.
Spare me.
All right, today we're going to cover a wrap up of the IPL matches across the last few days, including the weekend, with the score breakdown. Then we're going to do a top 3 worst and best Aussies of the IPL season. Then finish off with some quickfire tips. So let's get right into it, Leo. First one we're going to cover is my beloved Sunrisers taking on Delhi Capitals. Sunrisers put up 266.
Mate, this is insane. How do they keep doing this? How do we let teams, how do they keep getting away with this? 3
of the top 4 top scores of all time in IPL have been done by the Sunrisers. They've just been unbelievable.
I think all of them have been this year,
And all of them have been this year. Sunrisers have been unbelievable. 266 they made with only 7 wickets down. Then you got Delhi. Honestly, not that bad of an effort making 199, but still losing by 67 runs. Best IPL power play score of all time as well from SRH.
What was it?
125 off 6 overs. 125. How's that even possible, Leo? That's just ridiculous.
RCB off 5 overs.
Yeah, RCB would be happy to make 125, I reckon.
I know.
And we always love talking about the Aussies. Leo, who stood out? Who was the standout in this one?
Travis Head.
Trav ball,
as
mate.
per, mate. Whew. 89 off 32, 11 fours, 6 sixes. Just insane. As you mentioned, that power play score, well, he was the one that really lifted him to that. And Abhishek Sharma as well, 46 off 12.
Ooh, not bad. 46 off 12. Actually, I didn't even register.
Don't mind a bit of Abhishek Sharma.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And Shahbaz Ahmed, 59 off 29, not out. So just when you're getting those scores and you make 266, pretty hard to lose games. Teams need to start batting first against Sunrisers.
I know. That's what, we're in Australia, obviously. The game started about midnight. I'm like, I probably should go to bed. I'll watch the opener, see how Travis Head goes. Then he makes about 50, 60, 100. He made 2 games ago as well, and you have to stay up for another hour or 2 and watch Travis Head absolutely tear it up. 3 hours of sleep. 3 hours, but it's worth it to watch a bit of Trav ball. And then on the other side, Leo, we had another Aussie, the Rooster. We absolutely love the Rooster.
65 of 18.
Whew.
That is incredible. 5 fours, 7 sixes.
4th game, I think, yeah.
So when he goes out, they're 3 for 109 off 6.6 overs, and then they just sort of capitulate from there. But that is insane, that strike rate. That's a 360 strike rate. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Rishabh Pant, 44 of 35. What's he doing? Take a leaf out of the Roosters book, because if the Rooster faced 35 balls, he would have made 300.
300 according to his strike rate.
Well, according with you and your maths on Rachin Ravindra in T20.
Yeah, I'm not good with maths. That's why I'm just going to stick to my podcast. Is this I'll do a quick for you, Leo. Is this our opening partnership that we're looking at? Trav Ball and Jason, that's not his name. Jake Fraser-McGurk. Is this our opening partnership in the T20 World Cup?
No.
You don't think?
No, Davey.
Oh, and Davey. Yeah, but
mate.
could you sneak? Where would you sneak? I'm trying to sneak Jake Fraser-McGurk. What? I was going to go on the Rooster. I got him, buddy, Jason. Jake Fraser-McGurk. Where would you sneak him into your lineup? Would you put him in your 11?
I said 2 pods ago that I don't have him in the squad.
Oh,
I had Smith over him as depth.
Are you all right?
For that opening? Well, you just got to remember things better.
Yeah.
I don't know if does he make the squad?
Yes. He's been 100 times better than most Aussies, which we'll get into, the top 3 and 3 worst Aussies in the IPL.
All I'm saying is the selectors love picking people that have been there, done that in big tournaments.
They do, yeah.
I know how you're going to get Fraser-McGurk to that level yet if you're not going to play him at all, but we've seen time and time again that they keep going back to like the likes of Stoinis and the likes of Tim David.
I'd rather him than Stoinis.
When they're out of form.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll have to wait and see. I've got him in the top 5, I reckon, in the
top 5.
It's
Do a
somewhere.
quick top 5.
Maybe you got to go Trav Ball, Warner.
Yep.
Marsh.
Yep.
Oh, who's my 4th?
Maxi.
Sorry. Yeah, Maxi and then Fraser-McGurk. That's what I'd have. It's pretty exciting, but maybe too many big hitters.
There's not a lot of variety there. I like maybe Inglis at 5 because he's a bit
Inglis 6
different.
Yeah.
Inglis 6, yeah.
We'll have to wait and see until the T20 World Cup.
Mate,
but I think you're onto something that the selectors love picking the guys that have a bit of experience and things like that. So we'll have to wait and see. All right. That's enough about Sunrisers. We know how well they're going. Let's talk about your RCB taking on Marcus's KKR. KKR made 222, 6 wickets down. Really solid score off their 20 overs. RCB just fell short, 221. KKR win by 1 run. What's going on, Leo? Came down to the very last ball. What did you need off the last ball?
Well, firstly, I didn't know the K in KKR standard for corruption.
Oh, here we go.
It's an absolute joke. The Virat Kohli dismissal, mate. No, it's a joke, mate. Come on. Virat Kohli's 18 off 6. He's absolutely flying.
Yep.
He bats 1 more ball. We win the game because he probably makes 2 off that ball because he's a gun.
Yeah, but you don't know what happened in the rest of the game.
The ball was at his head. It was at his head. And the umpire's there. He's just doing Stevie Wonder at square leg.
Stevie Wonder.
No, it's fine, mate. It's fine. You know what? I reckon that umpire, that square leg umpire, is a Bubba Azam fan. And he just hates Virat Kohli.
So are we. But
I'm also a Virat Kohli fan.
Okay.
And it's an absolute joke that was given out. Obviously caught and bowled.
Yep.
But RCB didn't do that badly. Will Jacks, Rajat Padita both made 50s. Again, the bowling is just so bad. It's awful. I don't want to talk about the bowling.
Oh, I can talk
Green
about
did take 2 wickets, actually. I didn't know that, Cam Green.
He bounced back,
but he only made 6 with the bat. So come on, Cam, what are you doing? But it was an interesting finish, wasn't it? So they needed 21 off 6.
Yeah.
Mitch Starc, who's going in 18 and over, and is bowling to Khan Sharma, the number 9 or the number 8. 21 off 6.
You should be getting him out. Yeah.
3 sixes in 4 balls.
Yeah.
And I saw the 6s that were all over point or cover. So Starc just did not change his line.
Pitch it up, mate. He was change the line.
He was bowling full.
But just not straight line.
Wasn't hitting his Yorker.
Yep.
Then the caught and bowled, it was a great catch by Starc. It was a low full toss, toe of the bat. Starc down low. When you're bowling that quick, ability to get down low, it's a great catch. So he came up clutch.
That was a great catch, yeah.
Then Lockie Ferguson hits it out to deep point, and they run 1. The throw-in was awful to Phil Salt.
It was.
Terrible throw. And somehow Lockie Ferguson is the slowest man on earth and can't get back for a super over.
Bit of a turning circle of a truck, I think. Yeah, when he's turned around.
It's absolute corruption. This is a joke. And if Bangalore won this game, they would have gone on a roll. So
they would have gone on a roll.
They would have gone on a roll.
What are they now?
You win 1, you win 2. That's the saying.
They're still last, so yeah, I don't know about that.
It's like golf, mate. It's fine.
I do think, the Kohli one, for context, that no ball, so obviously above waist height is a no ball. It wasn't at his head, but it was above his hip.
It was a joke.
Then they showed the review that the trajectory of the ball was that was weird.
That is a disgrace.
But I don't think it was corrupt because literally the whole of India worked towards Kohli being great. So I don't think anyone's being corrupt against Kohli. If it was in Australia, then you could maybe.
If Marcus was here, I'd spit in his face because the fact that he goes for such a corrupt side, it's just a disgrace. I think it's just awful.
You spit in his face. Well, poor Marcus.
Figuratively.
Yeah, shout out to Marcus.
Shout out to Marcus.
He'll be watching. You're just not happy.
He won't be watching.
He's been watching our other ones in Thailand, which has been a bit surprising. All right, let's go to the next game. Otherwise, Leo's head might explode.
Please.
All right, next one is Mumbai Indians taking on the Rajasthan Royals. This was last night. Really exciting match.
Great game.
Indians made 179. They went 9 down as well off their 20 overs. Then you got the Rajasthan Royals. Did it pretty comfortably, but did come down to the last ball. 183, 1 down. They were only 1 down off their 20 overs, which is unbelievable. So Rajasthan won by 9 wickets. Who were the standouts in this one, Leo?
Standouts in this one. Well, firstly, Mumbai, a bit disappointing. I said a few.
We said they were going to bounce back.
Go on a bit of a charge. Tilak Varma, 65 or 45. He batted well. Nahal Wadera, I believe I pronounced that right.
Yeah,
that's
sure. Right.
I think it's his first game. Again, not sure, but 3 fours and 4 sixes for 49 off 24. He batted really well to get their score to 179. Sandeep Sharma, 5 for 18. Very well bowled for
Fifer. Geez, I'd say that's better than 100 this season because of all the flat pitches. That's so hard to do.
That is hard to do, but I think you're wrong. Trent Bolt 2 for 32, just taking wickets, taking poles, sucked in Marcus. And then Jaiswal 104, not out of 60.
He's cooking.
Insane effort. That Rajasthan batting lineup is very good, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
it's unbelievable.
180 is not defendable. With Mumbai's bowling and Rajasthan's batting, definitely not. And Bumrah, wicketless, number 37 off 4. When he's your main man, can't get wickets, then you're in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, he's having a good season, but yeah, they really needed him to take a couple of wickets. You got JSL. I'd say he's in the top few most exciting batsmen in the world in all formats because he was doing really well in the tests. Yep. Obviously, we talked about that double century, and then he's just been killing it in the IPL. Yeah. And then the Royals are still, have they only lost one game on top of the ladder still? I'm pretty sure.
I'm not 100% sure.
Let me have a quick
JSL, just for context, he's younger than me. So
what are you doing, mate?
Exactly. What am I doing? I'm here complaining that KKR corrupt while JSL's just hitting centuries
in bombs in the pink crowd.
He looks younger than what he is. He looks 15. Anyway.
Yeah, does he? Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're still 7-1. Rajasthan, they're absolutely flying. They're the clear best team because you got Kolkata second, my beloved Sunrisers in third. We're rising up the ladder.
Wait, what if Kolkata and Sunrisers playing in a final? You and Marcus?
Might have to punch on. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to.
I'm back in Marcus. he's got the reach, mate.
I got the dog in me though, but that's right. Jesus. Anyway, we got JSL was awesome. Rajasthan are flying on top of the ladder. Let's get into something else before you get angry at Marcus.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast or what?
Yeah, we are. We're trying to do a podcast. Anyway, top 3 best and worst Aussies of the IPL season so far. Why don't we start with the worst? We'll build up to the best. Yep. You've got the worst because you're an angry man.
You've got the best.
So who are the worst Aussies in the IPL this season?
Third worst Aussie in the IPL, I've got Mitch Starc.
Ooh. I thought he could be first. Ooh.
Mate, have you seen the ones coming? No. 11 economy, 6 wickets, but he took half of those wickets in one game where he actually bowled really well. I think it's 3 for 28 off 4. 47 average though. Like he's just not at his wicket taking best. Yep. But you can't drop someone like Starc because he's the player that can win you the important game or win you a final if Kolkata are going to make it. So he's the one that can win them a final.
It's just hard on these pitches.
Yeah, it's hard on these pitches.
Very flat.
Short boundaries with his pace means he can get hit behind square a lot easier. Yep. But you just hope that, to someone who you're going to talk to, you just hope that he had a few more wickets. Yeah. So far in this tournament. Definitely. So that's why I have him at 3. Yep.
Who's your 2?
Cam Green at 2.
Oh, fair. Your RCV. He got 2 wickets last night, played all right.
He did.
But he hasn't done much with the bat.
9 economy, he's going out with the ball.
Not
35
horrible.
average with the ball.
Yeah, that's not great either, yeah.
He's only made 74 runs, 14 average, 110 strike rate. I just feel he's not...
The strike rate is the big one. Even if he made a few more runs and you're only going 110 striker, that's horrible.
He was the one, like, coming into this RCB team along with someone else. He was the one that was the big sort of rising talent, rising star, and he just has not delivered. Starc could be over him, but I just think Green is in there because he is he's playing for last on the ladder.
Yeah, so and that's part of the reason.
At least Stark's team's second or third.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So that's your 2. Number 1, is it Kohli? Worst? No, actually we're just doing worst Aussies. Who have you got?
Just doing worst Aussies, not best Indians, mate. Glenn Maxwell. Has to be Glenn Maxwell.
I know.
Unfortunately, he's obviously left RCB now, but 5 average with the bat.
I reckon we could average 5, few edges. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sure, mate.
What would you average in the IPL? Actually, you'd have a very low strike rate.
Yeah, I actually think I could do a job at like number 10, just hanging in.
Number 10.
Strike rate of 94. My strike rate would be 3.
3?
Yeah, why not, mate? 32 runs. 32 runs.
In how many games? About 5 games.
5 or 6 games.
That's
I think.
Not good.
It's not pretty reading.
No.
So we're talking about Green coming to RCB and being a big star, a big import. Maxi was the import, the star. Yeah. And Bangalore were hoping with those two that they could build wins off that. Yep. With their X factor and their firepower. Mm-hmm. It's literally done the exact opposite. So Maxi has to be one.
Maxi has to be, definitely the worst Aussie so far. He actually had to, he was copping a lot of hate from the fans. He had to say an apology message. To
really?
Like saying, I'm sorry, and all this stuff, whereas the fans, I think, should be apologizing to him. They were really having a go at him. We've seen some of the comments on our sort of stuff, and they're very harsh, some India cricket fans, but that's okay. He's all good. He's at home, hopefully. Well. Yeah, classic you as well, I reckon.
No, I would never send abuse.
Oh, yeah, sure. Not to Maxi. All right, we'll go into the 3 bests. I'm going to start with number 3, the Rooster. Yep. Not Jason. Jake Fraser-McGurk.
Sure, mate?
Yeah, maybe that's his nickname, Jace. I don't know. 140 runs, an average of 46, high score of 65. Strike rate, which is the biggest part, 222. 222. Shout out to Richie Beno. Double the strike rate of Cam Green.
And he's nearly made the same amount of runs as Tim David.
And he's played about 3 less matches, hasn't he?
I think he's 2 runs off Tim David.
He has been awesome for the Capitals. He literally was a late pickup. Obviously killed it in the Big Bash. I think he should be in the Aussie squad.
He's taken over Mitch Marsh.
Yeah, exactly right.
Wait, did you say that already?
No, I didn't. Okay, no. You don't listen to me anyway.
No,
so
I don't.
you just look at your own part.
I just see money.
Money, what? That is a weird reference. Anyway, the Roosters into my 3. Number 2, Pat Cummins.
Yep.
Cumball, what a legend. 9 wickets at an average of 24. Economy rate of 8, which isn't like amazing,
it's
still good compared to some of the other bowlers.
It's been the highest scoring IPL. So if you're going at 8 and over, I think that's a huge win.
He's got the 3rd best economy of any pace bowler. I think your mate Trent Bolt's 2nd and Sharma. I can't remember who was first.
Trent Bolt or Pat Cummins?
Oh, just shut your mouth, mate. Pat Cummins. Who would go Trent other than anyone from New Zealand?
It's closer than you think, mate.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
No.
I
just love Trent Bolt.
Yeah, why do you love Trent? Are you a Kiwi?
He's just a great player.
Yeah,
he plays the game in a good spirit. He's a great player.
Yeah, actually, lots of Kiwis play the game in a good spirit, but they're not very good, so they don't win anything. Anyway, he's been awesome. 9 wickets, got those few more wickets than Stark. He's won the Sunrisers a few games, and one of the only pace bowlers in the whole comp where you can rely on. Whereas a lot of there's so many guys getting hit for 40, 50 off their 4 overs. He's been awesome.
Yeah.
So he's my number 2. Then I got to go another Sunrisers legend.
Has to be.
Travis Head. They're calling him the headmaster.
That's
what they post every day. The headmaster does it again and all that.
That's quite good.
Yeah, it sounds a bit weird, I reckon. 324 runs at an average of 54. 2nd most runs in the league. He's only behind Kohli. So
is he 2nd most now?
He's 2nd most now. I think
after the 89.
After the 89, you got Kohli's up to 378, I think. And then you've got Travis Head 324. No one's catching Kohli probably, but Travis Head is doing an amazing job. If only Kohli's above you, that means you're in a world of your own. He's been awesome. I needed to actually double check his strike rate, but it's over 200
It'd be
as well.
over 200, 100%.
Over 200 as well, which I absolutely love. And he's been the best Aussie by a million miles, Leo, I reckon. No one's going to disagree with that.
Yeah, no disagreements here.
That's good. Unlike usual, I reckon. All right, that's our top 3 and best and worst Aussies in the IPL so far. Let's get into some quick fire tips to finish off the show. CSK versus LSG. I think that's tonight. Who we got, Leo?
Chennai.
They've
been a bit shaky recently.
They have, yeah. I'm going to go Super Giants. And then we got...
I think you're an idiot.
That's all right. We'll have to find
Nothing's changed.
Nothing. Yeah, you actually been all right on the tips, surprisingly. Delhi versus Gujarat is the next one.
Delhi, mate.
I
love Delhi.
They're going really well with Jake Fraser-McGurk. I think they'll tear up. Gujarat have been pretty average, actually, which is... They made the final last year.
I don't really like their team.
No. And Spencer Johnson, our Aussie mate, is not going too well. Sunrisers, RCB. How are you tipping RCB, the bottom team, against Sunrisers who have won their last 4?
Sunrisers are chokers, mate.
Since when? We're 3rd, mate.
I reckon RCB needs to bat first and make 300.
Yeah, you need to somehow bring a double-sided coin, both heads or something, so you can win the coin toss.
We're not like Kolkata. They'd do that, the corrupt dogs.
Jeez. All right, I'm going Sunrisers. That's the obvious pick. Then we'll finish off Kolkata, taking on Punjab. You hate Kolkata, so I'm going
Kolkata because they'll cheat.
Yeah, is that why you're tipping them?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Punjab. I reckon they'll bounce back. Bit of Johnny Besto won't do well, but a few
I
of the
think
other
he's
guys
been
will step
playing,
up.
mate. He's been
He got dropped, didn't he? Yeah. Good. I forgot about that. So you're going Kolkata. I'm surprised.
We've got a few different ones there, apart from Delhi.
Yeah, well, might have to do a actually, yeah. Don't forget, let us know in the comments about Leo's forfeit.
I think that they saw it at the start.
I just want to tell them
mate.
again in case they skip to the end because they wanted to see the quick fire tips. All right, that's Stumps for the Cricket Today show. We'll be back with this next week and we'll do a few socials and things like that. So check out on Cricket Today. Are you all over the socials? Get right around the show. Send in any questions. That's it, I think. Thank you very much, Gerald, behind the camera. Thanks Leo.
Thanks, Stats Guy.
Thanks for putting up with RCB. I feel sorry for you and your RCB top there. Go Sunrisers. Thanks to me, and that's another episode of Cricket Today done. We're out.
If you like this show, make sure you check out all the other shows on the Sports Today network, from the AFL Today show to the Cricket Today podcast, the Football Today podcast, as well as NBA Australia and NFL Australia. With Sports Today, your sporting needs have never been easier to cover.